Hey everybody, Chris Renshaw here from OCDcast.com, doing a little game review for you guys. I've got a bunch of reviews that I've been wanting to get out of the way, and so I thought I'd sit down and record a whole bunch of them, and that way I can kind of release them all every couple weeks or so to you guys. First of all, if you follow me on any sort of social network, such as Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, anything, you may notice that I'm a big fan of a game by Steve Jackson Games. It's called Munchkin, and what it is in the original game is it makes fun of a lot of the stereotypes in the fantasy role-playing game kind of genre, such as like D&D, World of Warcraft, those sorts of things. And it's a card game, and the point is you're in a dungeon, you're trying to get to level 10. And as the title goes, you kill the monsters, you steal the treasures, and the whole point, half the point, is you stab your buddy. Is doing whatever you can to get ahead from everybody else. So, well, not only if you know anything about Munchkin, you know that they do not just the regular Munchkin, but they have all sorts of Munchkins. There's the space themed one, Star Munchkin. My first set was actually the comic book version, obviously, Super Munchkin. So I got in contact with Steve Jackson Games, and they sent me over a copy. They sent me a free copy of one of their latest games, which is Munchkin Axe Cop. And what this is, I believe this came out about a year ago. And what it is if you've ever seen the web cartoon or the web comic Axe Cop, this is basically that milieu merged with the Munchkin genre, which works great up front. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. As the caption goes, chop their heads off and take their stuff. So in this game, instead of in Munchkin where you have your cleric and you have your wizard and all these other like fantasy-based classes and races, no races in this one. It's actually themed more. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's themed more like Super Munchkin, where you have your class and you have powers, instead of the regular Munchkin where you have like classes and races. You have classes and powers. So, and the powers are things like all this stuff. If you're familiar with the Axe Cop comic at all, it'll be all fairly familiar with you, such as the baby power or unit power or avocado power, etc. And so for in this game, you have the classes are a little bit weird. You have the warrior class, which obviously is pretty similar to the regular Munchkin, but you got like cop and soldier and man. I believe this is probably the only game where you're going to have a class be man. So, for instance, the warrior can discard up to 3 cards in combat. Each one gives you a +1 bonus. You win ties in combat. The cop, 2-handed items count as 1-handed items for you. You can have extra allies, which are like sidekicks, or I forgot what they're called in some of the other games, but that's basically like a little sidekick that you can have help. Soldier, each time that you level up, if you may, if you wish, discard any item and draw a face-down treasure card to replace it. You may have 1 extra ally. And man, allies with man in their name do not account against your total. So if you've got an ally that says something man, you're only allowed to have 1 ally. But if you have if your class is man and your ally has man in the title, then you can have an additional ally because it doesn't count against your total. So I gotta say, I have only had a chance to really play this once, but I really love this set. I'm a big fan of the Axe Cop comics. I think they're wonderful. If you don't know anything about, I guess I should have prefaced this by saying what Axe Cop is. Axe Cop is a webcomic published by Ethan Nicole and his brother Malachi. And Ethan is like 30 years old, comics artist. He draws the comic, but it's written by it was 5, now he's probably 7-year-old brother Malachi. So Malachi writes these ridiculous creative stories, and Ethan draws them out. And that's the premise of Axe Cop. It's just about a cop that finds an axe, and then he goes and chops off bad guys' heads. So in which case you get all these ridiculous puns and monsters and stuff, such as the giant robot zombie, which is this huge creature, -5 against warriors, but +2 against dinosaur power. Or like you have curses such as you fired a stupid weapon, lose a level. And of course, anyone that ever knows anything about one of the early comics of Axe Cop is curse, high gun bill, lose an item. Our gun bill is really high. We need another job. So, like I say, if you know anything about Axe Cop, you'd just be laughing your head off the entire time as you're playing this. It captures the essence of both Munchkin and Axe Cop really well and just melds them together just nice. If you don't know anything about Axe Cop, you probably won't get all the references, but the jokes themselves are just so ridiculous and silly that it won't really matter. You'll just probably just laugh along like, what the heck is this? I mean, you won't see that, oh, I remember that from the comic. You won't have that feel, but you'll definitely, like, something will come up and you'll just laugh because it just looks so ridiculous. So definitely one of my favorite types of Munchkin so far that I've played. And I can't wait to play it again. It'd be nice that when I played it with a bunch of people that didn't know anything about Axe Cop. But it'd be funny to see with a bunch of other people that played Axe Cop or no Axe Cop if they what their opinions are or anything on it. If this interests you at all, I will have links down in the notes below on where you can purchase it from Amazon. I'll have a link right to Amazon. You click on that and you buy it. I get a little bit of a kickback to help support me in these videos and such, and you get awesome game at no extra charge. So click the link below down to take you to Amazon if you want to buy it. If you have any comments or questions, email me at chris@ocdcast.com. And I will thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.